Hello and welcome to Experiencing Love. I'm your host, Philip Jackson. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm feeling a little bit playful today, a little bit goofy. I don't know, a little childish. And I think I know why. I had ice cream today. I love ice cream. If I'm gonna be honest, I don't always enjoy being around people or in places that are a little bit too serious. And I don't mean serious is a bad thing, I just mean I don't want to be around too many people who take themselves too serious. I like when people have the ability to let loose and have fun and enjoy themselves, live a little, crack a smile, enjoy a good joke. I could already tell that the microphone's not picking this up, but right now I have a couple of neighbors having a birthday party. My guess is it's for a young child because I hear in the faint distance, Old MacDonald Had a Farm blasting on a speaker. And let me tell you, I'm here for it. I'm actually enjoying this so much. Like, it is so on brand, on topic with tapping into that inner child. Like, it's so good. Like, let's go, dude. You know what I mean? It just slaps. Anyways, back to seriousness. I'm not serious today. I can't, and I won't. So how are you doing today? What do you got going on? Are you enjoying this beautiful day that we're having? Or maybe you'd like to enjoy the day, but you got something on your mind. Something you just want to let out. I know it's not always easy sharing what's going on. Even less so online, just in a random comment section. So I won't pressure anybody to tell me how they're doing or what's going on. But I will say that I am sending you my love today. I'm sending you some playful spirit, some playful energy. So when you get it, when you feel it, enjoy it. Take it in. Laugh a little, smile a little bit. I don't know. Tell yourself a joke or tell someone nearby a funny joke that you got stashed away in your back pocket. It's good to be here. I guess another thing I'm kind of celebrating, if I'm going to give myself that opportunity, just before starting to record and actually before getting ice cream, I took a peek at my YouTube channel and saw that I hit another milestone. I hit 200 subscribers. So I guess I'll start off by saying thank you to all of those who have chosen to subscribe, who have chosen to stick around for more than just a brief moment. I just want to thank you for being here. Thank you for giving me something that truly you don't have to give me. I really do appreciate you. So maybe I'll just title this video something to do with Happy 200 subscribers. I don't know. I will say finding out that I hit 200 was the icing on top of the cake, because the bulk of my day, the cake of my day, was just little surprise after little surprise, smile after smile. I also got a surprise visit from my sister and nephew. It may have only been a surprise to me because I had no clue that they were going to be around, but seeing them was awesome. I love to see my family. I love to see the little goober that is my nephew. And so that was already enough to lighten me up. And then I spend the rest of my day reaching out to different friends with regards to many different topics. Scheduled a call with one friend, scheduled climbing with another, wished another friend a happy birthday. So I just keep doing these little things because I'm remembering that it's not always about the big things. I've had this theme for the past few days about doing little things, the little things that matter, celebrating all the achievements that I have of just getting things done. I think all of this together in this big melting pot of experiences of the last few days, it's just making me a more joyful and happy person. I'm enjoying existing, honestly. And I don't quite know where else I want to go with this. I guess I do want to share a little bit about how my 30 and 30 challenge is going. If you've taken a look at my other videos that I have posted, you'll notice that I have a new YouTube short series of just making offers to the world, making 30 offers in 30 days in order to practice putting out my value out there. I'm starting off with playful things, fun things. I think the first one was an offer for someone to record an episode or record a video with me. And it's only $10 or something like that. And I limited it at 5 max orders, 5 max people. And so we'll see what happens there. And the second episode, I decided to announce a gaming session with me, something that's Xbox or Xbox compatible, where we get to just sit in a party and chat and hang out. And I'm doing this with the intention of donating at least 20% to charity. And there's just something about doing this challenge that is working. Not in the terms of actually selling this stuff, because as of right now, this very second, I don't know of anything that has sold yet, right? I don't think anything has sold yet. And that doesn't bug me. And it doesn't bug me because in reality, it's not completely my intention at this very moment. It might be towards the end of this 30 and 30 challenge. I might want to sell at least one thing over the course of this month. But as of right now, it's simply becoming more okay with pressing that post button. You know, when I said before that I know this is working, it's because I am cringing every single time I'm about to press post. Because I know it's a one-off short that isn't my highest quality work, but it's something I know I need to do. I know that I could put in more production time and production value into what I'm creating, but the point is just sitting there and being okay with pressing post and just sitting in that discomfort. These first two sets of videos, let me tell you, I have felt that discomfort. There's a level of cringe that my body goes through when I'm about to press post where I literally have to make noises. I'll do something like and then press post and completely just like leave the page. Then I'll do it a second time, or the next day, I mean. It gets a little bit easier. And what I really like about doing this for myself, not just to myself, but for myself, is that I know eventually, and very soon actually, it's going to become really easy pressing that post button. It's going to become quite simple, and it's not going to be a problem anymore, which means all that brain space that is used up on, oh my gosh, what are people going to say? How are people going to react? Like, do I have any offers? Like, whatever, a bunch of made up stuff that's holding me back. All of that energy that I spend on that will be put back into the actual content itself. It'll also get put back into the offers themselves. Through practice, what I'm really starting to see is that this whole trope, the whole idea of just start, just do something, put yourself out there, you'll make it eventually. I'm understanding just how true that is. Because in the very beginning, when we're just starting something, when we have to take that first step out of our comfort zone, it's easy, very, very easy, to be distracted by the wrong things, to be thinking about the wrong areas. When I first started this podcast, was one of the biggest examples for me. I was constantly thinking, oh my gosh, what's everybody going to say? What's everybody going to do? And I remember posting my first episode or two and sharing that link to a bunch of people. And to this day, on Spotify, that is my most viewed episode, right at the very beginning. Because afterwards, I stopped sharing it with people and I just showed up every single day making episodes. I wasn't great at marketing myself or telling people what's going on or telling people that I have these posts. And I've tried different styles. I've tried posting on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok, showing people, hey, look, like I'm posting these episodes. Nothing really came of it. Because the whole time, I think I was still really focused on myself. I was really focused on my perception and like how I was being put out into the world. So after a certain while, I stopped with the extra posts and only kept going with the podcast itself, with the episodes themselves. Fast forward to today, I'm trying this out, the 30 and 30 challenge, and I'm feeling those same feelings. Maybe not as strong as something so drastic of a change as I just quit my job and I'm now going to post content online every single day. But it was still a shift. It was still doing something different. So I know if the pattern is even slightly similar, it's going to be uncomfortable at first and then get much easier later. These days, when it comes to the podcast, when it comes to these videos in general, I don't focus so much about that post button. I don't focus so much about what the description is or what the key takeaways are or the chapters or whatever. No, my focus is on what I'm saying. What is the message that I'm putting out there? What am I trying to convey? And I know the same thing is possible in a lot of other areas. Sadly, I'm now realizing, which is actually making me cringe a little, which I know, damn it, that's what I'm gonna have to do, is the same thing can be said for dating, can be said for meeting people. If I'm gonna be so real, it's really hard for me sometimes to put myself out there. It's really hard for me to take that first step, and I usually reserve it for few special people, meaning I really need to know I want to spend more time with a girl to actually put myself out there and maybe continue the conversation if it's already started and asking for a number, or I usually choose to give my phone number to take a little bit of the pressure off of them. And anyways, I'm getting a little bit flustered now, a little bit nervous now, just talking about it. So the point is, I know that that's still an area that I have a bit of fear. There's a comfort zone to expand. And in following the same method of, I just need to start, I need to do it, and eventually it'll get so easy starting and doing that I can focus on, okay, what is it that I'm saying? Who is it that I'm meeting? How am I projecting my energy and my vibe? Like, what is it that I actually represent to another person? I know that's only going to come once I become more comfortable meeting people. I feel like I really went off on a tangent here. Oopsie daisies. But returning back to this 30 and 30 challenge, I'm really enjoying it so far for the fact that it's difficult, for the fact that it makes me uncomfortable. I have this area of my life defined now, purely dedicated to making myself uncomfortable or challenging myself, putting myself out there. And the more I do it, the more creative I've noticed myself becoming with regards to challenging myself. I found more ways that I can do things that I've never done before, while also sharing it with you, because I guess that's another big focus of mine. I start to think, okay, what is it that I can do and share with the world? What can I record myself doing? I don't know how much I mentioned in previous episodes, but I do have ideas for future 30 and 30 series, 30 and 30 seasons. They might not always be offers. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. I haven't completely decided that yet. But I do have ideas in completely different ballparks. Ones where I have never done something before and think it would be absolutely fantastic to try. So anyways, I've rambled on, and that's okay. It's okay because there's nobody else here that I'm interrupting. There's nobody else here that I'm overshadowing. It's just me, myself, and I. And I hope that in watching these videos, you see a little bit of yourself in me. I really do just want to be real, in some way at least, because the more that we realize we have in common, the easier it is for us to connect. And I promise you, you give yourself enough time, you will find so much in common with your fellow man or woman. There's a lot bringing us together. There's more bringing us together than there is pulling us apart. But as people, we tend to look at the stuff pulling us apart. We tend to focus on it. And what we focus on becomes our experience. So when I choose to look at the similarities, when I choose to see what brings us together, I am choosing connection. I'm choosing love. You know, another brief story. Earlier today, I was at a store and I ended up grabbing this wrong item. And one of the people that was working there asked me if I needed that item specifically. And when I told them I had no idea, they kind of gave me this response, this look that made me feel a little bit off, made me feel, honestly, a little bit incompetent, I guess. And what I quickly realized when I walked away to go put it down and get the item I am looking for, I realized that was me. I chose to feel that way. I chose to feel attacked by what they said and how they said it. All they did was ask me if that's the item I needed, if that was the correct item, because it was something completely unrelated to the other stuff I was getting. In reality, they helped me find what I was looking for. As soon as I let down my guard, I was less defensive and instead chose love. I remember walking back up to the counter where my dad and this worker was, and the vibe was completely different. And it wasn't because something drastic changed. No, it was within me it changed. I put on a new lens and said, you know, I'm going to love these people in front of me. And as soon as I did that, I noticed all the things in that situation that there were to love. They didn't change. They were still the same people they were 30 seconds ago when I was feeling hurt. But that simple shift changed my experience in that store. Because we don't experience life, we experience the life that we focus on. Focus on love today. Focus on playfulness and childishness and just having fun. When you notice, when you see just how easygoing certain areas of your life may be, I'm not saying that your entire life is going to be more simple, but I will say it will take the pressure off your shoulders. You will be more resourceful and more creative, and you'll find that these so-called problems you have in the other areas of your life are actually just questions that you need to switch around a little bit. They're questions without answers, so you just have to ask a different question. and you'll get the result you're looking for. So with that all being said, I really am happy that you're here. I want to thank you again for 200 subscribers because especially right now, that took me a little bit to get. It took me maybe a month or two. My first 100 took a lot longer than that, and I never really addressed it. I celebrated silently. But now I want to celebrate it here because I really am grateful. So here's to the next 100. Here's to the next 100 videos. And here's to you and I both having a wonderful rest of our days. So until we get there, just remember to always fill up with the love. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. I love you.